This is the first of 3 instructional videos on the assignment 3.5 survey. The first instructional video will show you how to create the large table as it's known. The second video will show you how to create the small table, and the third one will show you how to finish the assignment off. So, with respect to the table itself, the survey assignment is a creation of a survey questionnaire where the respondent will answer on a Likert scale. Now, a Likert scale is one of these 5-point scales between strongly agree and strongly disagree that measures the respondent's response to various statements. This is a very typical research survey style. So in this case there are 8 questions, or 8 statements I should say, where the respondent will respond to it. Now when we create this, we will be creating a table, of course, and we will be editing or adding in some text. We will be changing the alignments and the direction of some of the text. We will be positioning the text within the cells, mostly vertically centered, and in some cases horizontally centered as well. And for these response boxes here, we will be doing some border work and creating nested tables, which are tables within tables. So on the first page of the assignment it shows the finished product. On the second page of the assignment it will show what it would look like if you could see all of the columns and rows and cells revealed. So let's put this up to the corner, and let's reduce that a little bit so we can keep an eye on it as we go along. And in the first part of this instructional video we're going to create what's known as the big table. And when I say the big table, I'm talking about the survey here. If I click on it, you can see that it's all highlighted. When I click on the anchor, you can also see that if I hover over one of these areas, you can see that it's got its own anchor, because that is a mini table. It's a table that sits inside this cell, which is part of the 4th column of what we call the large table. So that's the small table, and that's the large table that's got the small tables in its 4th column. So creating the large table, we look at how many rows. We have 1, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 rows and 4 columns. There's this column, there's the column with the numbers, that's our 2nd column. Our 3rd column has the statements, and our 4th column will have all of these mini tables. So let's go on and create a 4 column by 10 rows. Here we only can go up to 4 by 8. Not a problem. Let's click in the last cell, hit tab, there's our 9th, and there's our 10th. So we'll change some column widths to start off. This one's not very wide. This one's even less so. This one can stay as it is, and the last one is going to be about as wide as it'll fit on the page. You'll note here that we've got some rows that are about 18 points in height, and the rest of them are all the exact same height. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some space for the top 2, select the 2 of them. Remember, we go right off the edge there, right click, and distribute rows evenly. Then we're going to pull down the bottom border and take up the rest of the page for the rest of the rows, and we're going to make them distributed evenly as well. So there's a little bit of cell merging to do before we can get started with the data entry. Those 4 are going to be merged, so we can put in questions about IT7 in there. So we'll right click, merge cells, and we'll do the same down here. Control Y is my shortcut to redo it. I don't have any others. Oh, yes I do. I do have the cell merging up in the top row to do, so Control Y there, and here as well, Control Y. So now it's a matter of entering some of the content. And in the second part of the instructions for the survey, we'll show you how to create the mini tables as well.